have thrown it, huh? I just kind of saw it come down in my. And I was like, whoa. I saw that blink off. I thought, oh my God, is it coming down? Because I can't really see it. Because it's like in my upper vision, I guess. I'm just going to leave it as it is. I don't feel like changing it. That's been my mind.
All right, ladies, once again, higher seed does get choice. Home lane. We are all ready to go. All right, ladies, let's send them off with a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. As we narrow down the field here to the final four.
It's Anne-Marie Dugan versus Tish Johnson in our next match here. This is the match for the top seed in the stepladder finals here at the USBC Senior Queens, presented by Storm. I'm Lucas Wiseman, along with Aaron Smith, back again with you for our final two rounds in the double elimination match play bracket, gearing up for the stepladder finals. And Aaron, we've got Anne-Marie versus Tish as our featured match in the finale of the winners bracket, I guess you would say, and we've got a couple other matches going on, right?
We certainly do. Once again, this match is to determine the number 1 and number 2 seed for our stepladder. Both ladies off to the races with the strike. I expect a high-scoring match between these two.
Yeah, you were telling me that they've both been bowling pretty well, high average so far today.
Yeah, for today, they actually they've each bowled 9 games so far, and they're both averaging 246. Anne-Marie has a 3-pin lead through 9 games, so that's pretty remarkable. Both of them being able to figure out this pattern and strike at will almost. But other matches, we still have 2 elimination bracket games going on. Then we'll have 2 more after that. On lanes 7 and 8, Lucy Sandlin is taking on Karen Barkle. And on lanes 3 and 4, we have Esther Navarro and Tana Fulmer. Waiting in the wings, Paula Vidad and Carol Teal.
Yeah, I knew we had a couple of players who lost in that last round of the winners bracket, and they get a round off, and then after this round is over, we'll have 2 more matches in the next round. That'll determine some of our finalists for the stepladder finals, and both players here in this match have started with a double, and like you said, Aaron, both averaging over 245 a game, over 246 a game in their first few matches today. Expect a shootout here for the top seed. Both of these players are guaranteed a spot in the stepladder, though, either first or second seed. So Anne-Marie is going to have a chance, no matter what, to defend her title successfully. And a 9-pin.
That seems familiar.
Yes, she left 3 in a row in her last match.
And we talked about it earlier, but this is fresh oil once again. The ladies had 10 minutes of practice to get loose again after the lunch break in oil.
Yeah, they started a little bit later than we expected. They decided to give the players a little extra time to get lunch. There's no rush since there's only 2 more rounds, and we've done plenty early today, so decided to give the players a little extra time. Some of them had asked for a little extra time to get some lunch, so that's why we were a little bit late, but no big deal because nothing coming up behind this, so Plenty of time today with only the 16-player bracket. Tish now with the front three.
Let's see, to get to where we're at right now. Anne-Marie Dugan defeated Carol Jones in the opener, 714 to 689. She then dispatched Christy Witcher with a record score, 802 to 674. And she made...
Not just a record by 30-plus pins.
That's true.
That's pretty impressive, shatter the record by that many pins.
And then finally to get here, she defeated Carol Teal, 705 to 595. For Tish, as we see her fourth frame delivery. Mixes them up. She defeated Tonda Lee in the opening round, 738 to 588. Followed it up by beating Lucy Sandlin, 711 to 666. And finally to get here, she defeated Paula Vidad, 769 to 635. So low set among these two ladies is 705 today.
Nice shot by Anne-Marie. Double spare strike start for her, but still down after these first 4 frames, since Tish has the front 4. So it's a 21 pin lead for Tish Johnson.
And gets the 10 to fall late. And a double to keep it at 21 pins.
So if you guys aren't familiar yet, which you should be if you've been watching all day, we do have high definition broadcasting now. Follow the arrow, and right where it stops underneath it, you can find a little gear. If you click that, you can change the quality of the streaming to high definition. Just change the quality to 720p HD. Get a clearer picture. You can also accomplish the same thing by clicking full screen mode, the button to the right, the little brackets. That will should also kick you into high definition automatically if you have a good enough connection. Same works in reverse. If your connection is not that strong and you want to throttle it down a notch, you can. And watch at a little lower quality so you don't get much buffering. But our pleasure to be able to bring you high definition coverage of the USBC Senior Queens. Tish with the front 5, still up 21. Halfway point of game 1 of 3. But Tish looks dialed in.
No other words to describe it, Lucas.
They both have been dialed in pretty much all day.
That's what we would expect. Our top 2 seeds from qualifying. 2 Hall of Famers.
Well, Aaron, the way they're going, it seems like it's going to take a pretty high total to win this match. What's your prediction? What do they need to shoot to win the match?
Originally coming in, I was thinking 7-10, 7-15 might not be good enough.
Might be 750, huh?
At this point, I might jump a little bit.
Well, we're bowling on the fresh, and what did they shoot on the fresh?
Tish was 738, and Anne-Marie was 714. So
Yeah, so obviously they both have a real good look on the fresh, and you can see Anne-Marie got that one right and didn't quite come back, so got a good look, but not that good of a look to miss that far right and still strike. Long way to go, though. I mean, and this match is going to be over way ahead of the rest of them because Tish and Anne-Marie are both very fast bowlers. They like to get things going and get into a rhythm, and
striking helps.
Yeah, and the striking helps. So they're both very quick bowlers. I mean, Anne-Marie's matches have finished, some of them a game ahead, and so I hear the helicopter flying around above us here at the ITRC. I'm pretty good at hearing that, but it's been flying around for a while now. I don't think people at home can hear the rumble, though. Just trying to keep it going, and she's going to break it up. Nope. Pulled that one a little bit, leaves the 7. Pretty lucky she didn't leave a split on that shot.
You can start to hear the helicopter now.
You can feel the rumble, can't you?
Yep.
It's amazing the things you can hear in a bowling center when there's only a few matches going on. and there's not the constant crashing of pinfall. You can do us a favor and get on Facebook and Twitter and spread the word that we are live here at the Senior Queens. Got a great match in progress between Tish Johnson and Anne-Marie Dugan, and ask folks to come and join us on the broadcast. You can send them to bowl.com/seniorqueens. Got the link right on there for the live streaming.
There's a rough break on 7 and 8. Lucy Sandlin, a pocket 7-10. She was clean. Tish bounces back.
Yeah, back
10 in
on
the pit.
track. Still up 22. Anne-Marie with no chance to dig into the deficit, though, here. Only working on a spare. Like a pretty good shot off her hand, and it does strike. So now she'll have a chance to cut into the lead a little bit here if she can strike for the double and cut it down to 12. USBC Senior Queens presented by Storm Bowling Products. Thank you very much to the folks at Storm, the Bowlers Company, for stepping up and sponsoring this event. I know the ladies very much appreciate it. And for more information on Storm products, go to stormbowling.com. Back to Anne-Marie Dugan, I believe, is throwing a Storm ball right now. Is that that bite that she was throwing earlier?
I believe so.
Looks like it. It's a good-looking ball, one of their new releases. Look at that. Look how much area it creates for her right there. It's the kind of bowling ball you want. So double for Anne-Marie. So she cuts the deficit down to 12, but I have a feeling Tish is going to throw a strike here. Be a good bet, wouldn't it?
If you were a betting man, of course.
Yes, I would bet yes. And I would have lost. She leaves a 7-pin.
All of a sudden, it's a 2-pin match.
That's a 12 right now. It'll be 2 if Anne-Marie strikes again, I think.
I am getting ahead of myself here.
You're just assuming that Anne-Marie will throw another strike, which is that's a pretty safe bet as well. Both players have bowled 9 frames. You can see the scoreboard on the top of your screen. Tish on the right, and Anne-Marie on the left. Tish can strike out for 259. Anne-Marie can strike out for 257.
Great shot to open the 10th. Already in the 240s.
You guys watching in the chat, not much activity in the chat, but let us know what you think of the HD quality and the scoreboard on the screen. Is that something you'd like to see us keep moving forward? I think we will. Testing some new equipment here this week, since we're in the friendly confines of our home base here at the International Training and Research Center. Makes it easier to do some testing on stuff. So testing out some new equipment. Hope that you are enjoying the added features. So Tish with the double in the 10th, so guarantees that she'll have the lead going into game 2 if she can get at least 9 pins on this shot.
I think that's 9.
And that's wrong. She got 8.
She showed us.
We're not doing real good on our predictions today, are we? So 257 for Tish Johnson, and Anne-Marie can strike out to tie that after game 1. Oh, what a great shot. Leaves the 8-pin. So that means her max is now in the 230s.
She covers that up, can finish the strike on the fill ball for 236. Find herself down 21. And you always strike on the fill ball after that.
So 257 to 236. Tish leads by 21 after the first game.
Of course, the difference between first and second is a huge difference, so I'll only have to win one match tomorrow for the top seed. As Tish kicks off game 2.
Mixes them up.
They are quite ahead of the pace. At 3 and 4, they are in the 8th frame right now. Navarro has approximately 20-pin lead over Fulmer. Stepping up to the 10th on 7 and 8. Barkle has a 13-pin lead over Lucy Sandman.
Got some good feedback coming in the chat. Folks who are enjoying the HD and the scoreboards on screen. Thanks, guys, for the feedback. Appreciate it. High flush. Bookmonk wants to know what Tish is throwing. It's black, that much I can tell.
Pretty sure it's an IQ tour.
Is that what it is?
I would believe so. I think Senior used that ball quite a bit this week. Actually, I think that's what Anne-Marie shot her 802 with earlier.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from a distance. Especially with the darker colored balls, you can't really tell the labels. You can't read the labels on them. Tish with a double there goes up by 31. Get your recap on the other matches once they wrap up the games. Keep you up to date. Here's Tish going for 3 in a row. Got it. Dialed in. Looks like Tish is going to be tough to beat here.
Can't even respond. I just nod my head.
Big Bob says we should say what balls they're throwing. Well, we did. And Anne-Marie throwing a Storm Bite. And yeah, I can see Tish's ball now. It definitely looks like an IQ tour, I think. It's an IQ something. It's an IQ tour, like you said. So how nice of them to both be throwing Storm bowling balls at the Senior Queens presented by Storm.
for us to be just close enough to tell what they are.
The bite's pretty easy to tell what it is because it's got the green in it. It's easy to read. The IQ Tour is pretty much all black, so it's a little harder to see with a red label on it.
That looks a little wide.
Yeah, a little wide. And that's a great ball, but nothing would have come back from that spot, I don't think. Just missed too far right on this pattern, and it's not going to come back.
You would have got the ball back from there, Lucas. What are you talking about?
I probably would have gotten 3 off the right if I'd have thrown it out there.
It's going to have to hold on.
Open frame. Okay, it's our first open of the match.
On lanes 7 and 8, the elimination round, a close match through 1. Karen Barkle up 3 on Lucy Sandlin, 227 to 224.
Tish trying to keep it going. A little light hit, leaves the 10. Not a bad shot, but at this point the spare is good enough to build on the lead considering the open that Anne-Marie had. So it's going to be a pretty big lead for Tish as we approach the halfway point of the match. We do have one more round of matches for you coming up next. It's going to be whatever match is on 9 and 10. I'm not sure which match that's going to be. Aaron's got the bracket.
It's going to be Paula Vidal is waiting to face the winner of Fulmer and Navarro.
There you go.
So we'll have that on 9 and 10 in the next round.
So Paula Vidal will be coming up next.
Looking to make the final 2 spots for the step ladders. Airing tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern right here on Bowl TV.
And the bowlers will get a little more than 24 hours to rest up for the stepladder finals. They've got an on-lane clinic for the participants of the Senior Queens tomorrow here at the training center with the Team USA coaches. So some of the participants have elected to take part in that.
Other match going on 3 and 4 is one shot away from being done. Esther Navarro is going to have a slight lead. She finished with 182. Tana Fulmer is throwing her field ball right now. She can strike for 180. Make that 177.
Very close match. The other 2 matches are quite close. This one is not quite as close with Tish Johnson opening up a 46-pin lead on Anne-Marie Dugan, who needs to start getting some strikes on the board to make up for the open frame. A little less pressure on these two than in the other match. It's not an elimination match because the loser of this one is still in the stepladder just as the number 2 seed, so not quite as much pressure.
I was going to say these 2 ladies faced off in the stepladder last year.
Yeah, because Anne-Marie, I think she climbed the ladder to get... Was she climbed the ladder or was she second?
I believe she climbed the ladder.
Yeah, to get into the championship match and win the title. That's a good-looking shot. Snaps that 10 right out. Wish my ball did that. Maybe I need to go out and get a storm bite.
Tish snaps the 7-pin out there. Still up by 15 this match on top of the 21 from last. That makes 36. "36-pin lead halfway through. They are flying past the other two matches right now.
Yeah, I kind of figured that would happen.
It's the only prediction we've gotten right so far today.
All right, Aaron, I'm going to put you on the spot. You know, all the Storm bowling balls smell like something, right? What is the scent of the Storm Bite? New Storm Bite. What does it smell like? I haven't smelled it, I haven't seen it, but I know because I looked it up on the website.
Oh.
Any idea?
You know what, I could not.
Don't know?
I could not give you a solid guess.
And I'm not even sure that I know what this smells like, but its fragrance is mulberry.
Mulberry.
I'm not even sure what that smells like. But I said it was green earlier. It's actually silver, blue, and purple according to the website. May have to take a look at that a little bit later so we can see what mulberry actually smells like.
They do have a little table set up over there with a few of their most recent releases. Sounds like a plan.
Gonna roll the 2? Nope, does not. And Anne-Marie made up a few pins there, but missed a chance to make up some more ground on that shot. With the spare, she's down 37 pins.
A little scary on that one. Hoping it would hook a little bit more, but she does cover it.
They're saying that the Storm Bite smells really, really strong out of the box. Anne-Marie, 8th frame. It's a good looking shot. She's down by 37 pins right now. So we're working in the 8th frame of game 2. So Anne-Marie's got to get some strikes on the board, make up some ground here. Running out of frames.
Seven-pin stands for Tish.
Yeah, Tish's carry has become a bit questionable in the last few frames. 4 out of the last 5 frames have been single-pin leaves.
Our last 2 shots on lane 11 have resulted in 3 pins, so we'll see the adjustment here.
Still up by 36, though, with 12 frames to go in the match. John Baker says they should make a Storm ball that smells like a Big Mac with fries and bacon. That sounds tasty, but I'm not sure how good that would smell. I think I can feel my arteries clogging up just thinking about the smell of that bowling ball. What do you guys think in the chat? What should be the fragrance of the next Storm ball? What would you like to smell on your bowling ball? Something that hasn't been done yet.
See, someone wrote bacon on there.
Can't go wrong with bacon. Don't you know, Aaron, that bacon makes everything better? You could say the same about butter. Maybe that would be the fragrance I would like. I would like to have a Storm bowling ball that smells like buttered movie theater popcorn. I don't know if they have something like that or not already, but
It's not bad.
it's a great smell. I like that smell.
It's a good working point. We can.
They probably already have one that smells like popcorn for all I know. Well, an opportunity here for Anne-Marie to make up some more ground if she can strike. This is a pretty big shot. 9th frame. Oh, wow. And 7-10.
Goodness.
Really desperately needed a strike and instead leaves a pocket 7-10 on what was a pretty good shot. That's disappointing. So an open frame for Anne-Marie in the 9th, and just like that, the wind kind of out of her sails. And it's going to be tough for her to come back now. Anne-Marie's max 198 this game. Tish can still shoot 226.
And the 4-pin wiggles, but does not fall.
Now, the scoring pace a little bit lower for these two now in this match, and I just wonder if it's maybe a lack of urgency or less. You know, there's not as much pressure to strike in this match since they are both definitely in the stepladder, so not as much pressure. Obviously, they both want to get the top seed because you're guaranteed no worse than second place, but it's not the end of the world if you have to bowl an extra match in the semifinal, or in the stepladder finals. Remember, it's a 3-game total pins match. And we're just wrapping up game 2. Anne-Marie trying something a little different there.
Another 7-10. For a 186 finish. Like the roto grip disturbed.
Tish is in a situation now where even 9 spare is going to be good enough for a while, unless Anne-Marie starts putting some strikes on the board. Tish has got quite a bit of area out there on the left side, and she's having no problem getting to the pocket at all.
I figure at this point she's just not going to give the pocket away too often with the look that's out there. Seven tens all over the place. Lucy Sandlin. That's her second one.
Well, Tish is going to be up by, if she strikes here, if she doesn't, she almost leaves a 7-10. Just leaves a 7, so she's going to be up by, let's see here, 51 pins or so going into game 3.
51, yep.
Alright, so make it 50.
50.
That makes the math a little easier, actually, for us. 472 to 422. Tish Johnson leads Anne-Marie Dugan after 2 games. One more game to go in this match for the top seed in the stepladder finals. So while we wait for them to get started, I want to remind you that we are broadcasting in high definition today. And there's a look at the arrow flying in from the left. Right underneath that arrow is a gear. You can click that, and that will control your settings for our live streaming. And click that, change the quality to 720p HD, and you can watch in high definition here on Bowl TV.
Looks like
And
we're
you
going
can change that to whatever setting you want based on your internet connection. So if it's buffering, you might want to lower it. If not, you might want to try to up it to HD and see if you can take a look at it. Go ahead, Aaron.
We're going to see a ball change here by Anne-Marie.
Kind of figured something was going to need to happen. She's gone to the gold one. A little more bite on the back of the lane there.
Then the bite.
A little more little more angle in the back of the lane. And that's what she's looking to do there.
Well, if we've seen it once, we've seen it about 4 times today. They need to try something totally out of the blue to make up some ground. So
Yeah, when you're down 50 and you just shot 180, you can't keep doing what you're doing. So Anne-Marie had to make some sort of a change to try to fight her way back into this thing. So Tish still up 50. She can go up 60 with another strike here for a double to start this game. Looks good. Tish stared it down a little bit. Wondering where that carry was last game. We have one more match after this. We will determine our final 2 for the stepladder. Tish and Anne-Marie are in the stepladder finals. 2 more spots up for grabs, and we'll determine that in our next round. Anne-Marie's ball change is looking pretty solid. Double, but unfortunately, Tish keeps striking. And the stepladder is tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 Central.
our other matches still a few frames behind. Karen Barkle has increased her lead on Lucy Sandlin. She's getting ready to step up in the 10th.
Looks like she yanked that one.
That looked left off her hand, and 310 stands.
And if we thought they were bowling fast before, the pace should pick up quickly here as it looks like Tish Johnson is going to take the top seat.
Stranger things have happened, but
A couple of strikes here by Tish, and it's all she wrote. It's my opinion. But yeah, you're right. You never know. Another strike for Tish. 3 in a row. They are bowling really quick in this one. The other match down on 3 and 4, they are still in the 8th frame of game 2. So these guys are more than a half a game ahead.
Karen Barkle wraps up game number 2.
Yeah, 6 strikes in a row at the end. 233.
She has 460 after 2.
She's going to have a lead on Lucy Sandlin. Tish getting all the breaks now, front 4.
Lucy can still shoot 219 here.
It's an 84 pin lead for Tish now with 6 frames to go, so 6.5. So that's a bit more than I think Anne-Marie will be able to overcome. Ball reaction looks pretty good with that ball, though.
It does.
Change.
Maybe just a little bit too late on the change.
Yeah.
Although that 710 on the 9th looked pretty good from where we're sitting at.
That was the difference, I think, in the match right there. That was really took the momentum, any momentum Anne-Marie was trying to build away.
Especially with Tish working on a few spares.
Yep. Big 4 for Anne Marie. Looks like that left lane just crushed her this game, ending any chance of a comeback.
So Karen Barkle is going to have a 28-pin lead on Lucy Sandlin going into Game 3. Our other match on 3 and 4, Esther Navarro and Tana Fulmer, still in progress. Navarro had a 5-pin lead after 1. Here's Tish. And there's 10 down. It's like clockwork.
Tish now at the front 5. That's the only thing that's keeping me on this match right now. Instead of switching over to Lucy and Karen, get a wide look at them. But keep it here on Tish as she continues to strike, because this match is over. And they did re-oil before this round, to answer the question in the chat. There was a re-oil. They're bowling on the fresh right now. Tish now has the front 6.
And the 9-pin does not fall over. Well, if Anne Marie wants to become the first repeat champion here at the Senior Queens, she's going to have to win a few matches like she did last year on her way to the title.
You can tell Tish is ready to get this show on the road. She's standing up there at the ball return, basically waiting for Anne Marie to finish up her frame so she can get this going.
Match on 3 and 4 is just getting ready to start the 10th frame. Looks like Fulmer's going to be able to jump out to the lead and avoid elimination. Looks like Lucy just made a ball change over there, 7 and 8. And the 3-pin ends Tish's string of strikes.
That was about the only thing keeping us on this match, so I think we can make an adjustment and show Lucy and Karen here. So give us just a moment to get reset here. Unfortunately, won't be able to have a scoreboard for you on that match, but we can at least show it to you in just a moment here. Working on getting it set up.
Of course, if you do want to watch the scores, there's live scoring options. Just go to bowl.com/Senior Queens and click on 2013 results. It'll be a banner that says live scoring up top. Click on that. Click on 7 and 8. See the scores as they update so far. Lucy currently stepping up in the third, working on spare strike.
There we go. We've got Lucy up on the screen now.
Karen has gone strike, split open, strike. So she's got 28 in the second, working on a strike. Lucy could have 40 in the second, working on a spare with this conversion.
That's a pretty close match.
Big 10th frame by Esther Navarro keeps that match on 3 and 4. Might be tied after 2.
Looks like it, yep. And Lucy trails by 16 in this match.
So we're all tied on 3 and 4. Both Fulmer and Navarro are at 377. So much for it being a 3-game match.
Yeah, it's down to 1. All right, here's Lucy in the fourth. Gets the strike.
Lucy did make a ball change after the first frame. She had been using the orange ball we started use last night to win the Triple Crown shootout most of the day, and switched to something else in her arsenal. 2 out of 3 strikes since then. See how Karen responds.
Looking for a double. And leaves the 7.
Seen a lot of those this week.
We'll give you the final score in the Tish and Marie match. They're fast tracking it right now, both bowling at the same time.
Tish is going to be in the 260s.
She's going to shoot well over 700, didn't she? All right, spare's good for Karen, so both bowlers have bowled 4 frames in game 3 now. And it is a 16-pin lead for Karen Barkle.
Looks like 738 for Tish. Anne-Marie will finish at 602.
Big shot here for Lucy Sandelin. She can pull to within 6 with a strike here. And the 10 pin does not go down.
Lucy covers. She'll move over to Lane 7, where she hasn't missed this game. Neither competitor with a double so far. And another 10-pin for Lucy.
I did my best to get a look at the scoreboard on the screen for you. Not as good as we are. Hopefully able to get up here for you. Should be readable.
Good double by Karen.
Increases the lead. The upper 20.
There's 28 coming into this match.
Down to hit this game. 29 pins. Or 27 pins is the lead.
Good shot. Brings it down. Conversions. 26 pin difference.
Put it up.
Looks like Lucy's change here, trying to get that pesky 10 pin.
Yeah, she needs to do something. Just like a little back in the bag. Somehow. Slow down. To a new ball instead. It's Lucy Sandelin, not to be up pulling Karen Markle. Those are wondering.
Mention 3 and 4. Ton of points early leading through.
Change for this one. Oh, a little double kick on the 10. Needed that. Into crunch time here for Lucy. Desperately needs to double on the board.
So we take 16 strike here.
Apologize for the scoreboard being kind of tilted, but the best we can do on short notice. Good news is you can still win. What a great shot by the Hall of Famer Lucy Sandelin.
Fast score to push there, and it did. Huge double. 16 pin difference.
A lot's going to be decided in these next couple of frames here by Karen Markle. Steps up those couple of strikes, you can push it back in up to 26. worst case scenario right there. Just recognize that.
Take the 2. Check the move. Step up on that. 141 in the 8th. 201 minutes.
Apologize for the sound problem. Got it fixed now.
Just like that, the ball is in the score. There's strikeout. 239 to 201. And after this, you make up the deficit. Came into this game. James Farmer, big strike on right after that.
Okay, so let's recap where we're at here. We've got a frame and a half to go right now. Lucy trailed by 28 in this game. She's made up a lot of ground. Actually, I think that we are tied right now. Lucy can go by 10 if she strikes here, if I'm not mistaken. Lucy is just firing it right at the headset in her pocket right now. She's willing it to strike. It's working.
Why she's a hole. Big ball change there. 10 pins. 3 in a row. She can step up. Base. Karen Barkle on the bench.
Best that Karen Barker can shoot is 201. We'll give her 661. Lucy Sandlin's a little work to do here. Got it. 4 strikes in a row for Lucy Sandlin. Puts Lucy in the 220s for sure. 28, she goes back to fair. Is that right, Eric?
Yeah.
That would not be enough. I think she needs this one to shut her out. She needs this one here to shut her out. There it is. That's the shutout right there.
Just has to stay behind the line.
Yep. Yeah, she's guaranteed no worse than a tie at this point. Chances of Lucy not keeping her on the lane are slim to none.
So what a ball change there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gutsy ball change. 4 frames to go.
7th frame. More or less. Get up in the ground. Here we are now.
Yep. Get 1 pin.
Lucy Sandlin advancing on. She will face Carol Field.
It's a Hall of Fame finish right there. Saying Hall of Fame walk this week. Queen's got a lot of Hall of Fame. Lucy comes from behind in the final 4 frames. 6 strikes in a row.
Match 3 and 4. Final corner. Up to a pretty sizable lead right now. She's 81. Justin Navarro steps up to the 7th. Stars had 2 opens. Start striking. They were dead even coming into this match. Not sure if there's enough time for Navarro though now. She left a 4-pin offering on the 7th.
Yeah, that might just be about determined down there. 40 pins, only a couple of frames to go.
Navarro has 196 max. Homer can stay clean and be in the 2 Just a gut wrenching. Big 4 in the 8th frame.
Yeah, that really turned the tide right there, didn't it? Big 4 really ended her hopes. Give somebody like Lucy Sandlin that opportunity to jump over it, and that's exactly what Lucy did. So we've got one more round coming up here. Just a couple of minutes.
Sandlin over Barkle.
All right, well, we're going to get geared up and ready to go for the next round, and we'll see you guys back here in just a couple of minutes.
Well, it'll just take us a second to get the names back in the system for our final round of matches, but we do have the top 2 seeds determined for tomorrow's live webcast here from the ITRC. Our second seed is our defending champion and USBC Hall of Famer, Anne-Marie Duggan. And winning that match and claiming the top seed for tomorrow's show, USBC Hall of Famer Tish Johnson. And we have 2 more spots on the show, 3 and 4 seeds. We're going to have those 2 matches take place on 5 and 6 and 9 and 10. Lucy Samuel will be taking on Carol Teal on 5 and 6, and Tana Fulmer and Paula Vidal on 9 and 10. The winners of these 2 matches will be seeded 3rd and 4th, determined by their bracket match play average. As soon as we have all 4 players back to their assigned lanes, we'll get started with 10 minutes of warm-up. Remember all the ladies that cashed in the Triple Crown and bowlers that have been eliminated up to this point. We will have checks ready here in just a few minutes. Tim is wrapping up just the last handful, so if you're in the building and you have cashed or cashed in the Triple Crown, see Tim here within the next few minutes. All right, ladies, the lanes are coming out for 10 minutes. Warm-up session, 10 minutes. Either pair of lanes need the arrows reversed. Obviously, each choice is starting lane.
All right, ready to get underway with our final matches of the day. We will know all 4 players for the stepladder finals. We already know that Tish Johnson is the number 1 seed, and Marie Dugan is the number 2 seed, and the number 3 and 4 seeds will be determined in this round. We've got Tana Fulmer versus Paula Vedad in our featured match. Fulmer on lane 9 on the scoreboard, and Vedad on lane 10. The other match going on, Lucy Sandelin versus Carol Teal down on 5 and 6. You can follow them on the live scoring if you want to keep an eye on that match. 3 games, total pinfall.
right, an early double for Paula Vidad, the 2011 Senior Queens champion, the 2013 Senior U.S. Women's Open champion.
Yeah, she's trying to do a double dip and win 2 of the 3 major titles. I'm not sure who won the Golden Ladies. Do you know?
That was Tish.
It was Tish. There you go. So she got a chance to double dip as well. Only 3 major senior women's events during the year: the Golden Ladies, the U.S. Senior Women's Open, and then the Senior Queens. So to win 2 of the 3 would be pretty impressive. And so we've got both of our champions from those events still in the hunt to win this year's Senior Queens.
I'm looking at the bracket, Lucas. I didn't even realize this till right now. Fulmer and Vidad squared off at 9 a.m. today.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you figure only a 16-player bracket, you're eventually going to run into somebody again at some point in the bracket if you keep winning. And what was the outcome of that match, Aaron?
Paula was victorious, 691 to 635.
So a relatively close match, not too big of a difference there.
St. Paula got here. After that match, she defeated Lil Johnson, 653 to 549, before falling to Tish Johnson, 769 to 635. And Paula's been waiting for her chance to bowl now. She did not bowl last round.
Oh, look at the 5 get paralyzed and go down. How about that?
Down goes the nickel.
So I think you talked to our top seed Tish in the during the break. Do you have anything interesting to say? Just the usual stuff.
Nothing too out of the ordinary. The Queens has been the one title, both the regular and the senior, that's eluded her in her very illustrious career. So she's pretty happy about only having to win 1 match to capture this title.
And I talked to Anne Maria for a few minutes during the break, and she said that there were 2 spots in that match that were critical for her. The 8-pin that she left in the 10th frame of the first game, that she could have evened the game up, the match up, and then the 7-10 the second game. So then after that, it was just too far behind to catch up.
That 7-10 was an absolute killer.
Yep.
In our other match, we already talked about that, Carol Teal and Lucy Sandlin. Fulmer has had to do some work after getting knocked out in the first round. She defeated Lisa Wasson after that, 674 to 643. Christy Witcher, 632 to 590. And then Esther Navarro, I did not get the score of that. I was talking to Tish at the time.
I think it was 592 to 539. Let's double check that, but that was over at the desk, and that's what that was talking about where Fulmer defeated Navarro. Yeah, 592 to 539.
So that's how our 2 participants on our featured pair had their day go so far. 3 out of 4 for Vidad.
Pretty good start. We've been trying to figure out what's on her fingers there. Do you ever figure out what's going on with that?
You know what? I never got the chance to ask her.
She's got, a lot of bowlers will wear like a wrist brace, but she doesn't have a wrist brace. It's just for her fingers. So it's probably some sort of new product. I would guess something to do with EFX or something. I guess I don't know for sure, but can't really tell what it is.
2-5 stands for Fulmer.
Yeah, with the spare down by 9 after 4 frames.
It's been light both times on lane 10.
Step ladder takes place tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope that you will join us for that.
The winner of these 2 matches currently going on will face off. Seed to be determined by the higher match play average.
And if you guys are looking at the bracket online and you're wondering what happens once these matches are determined, and it's the stepladder's not on there. We're going to put that on there, but they go to the stepladder finals, 3 versus 4, winner versus 2, winner versus 1 tomorrow night.
We already know 1 and 2, Tish Johnson and Marie Dugan. Who will join them? Thanks everybody for tuning in to find out.
The USBC Senior Queens, sponsored by Storm Bowling Products. Our thanks to Storm for stepping up and supporting these fine senior women bowlers. Find more information on all the Storm products at stormbowling.com. Again, stormbowling.com. And thank you again to Storm for sponsoring USBC Senior Queens here at the International Training and Research Center in Arlington, Texas. I'm Lucas Wiseman, along with Aaron Smith. We are in our final match of the day. Everybody's clean so far in this match, and it's a 10-pin lead for Paula Vidal.
Great shot by Vidal in the 6th. Currently leads by 10.
Wrapping up the 6th frame.
That looks left. A single pin open frame by Fulmer.
Yep, now a 22-pin lead for Paula. She extends the lead, sitting on the bench.
Pretty good shot. 10-pin once again stands. All over this one, though. Looks like we got quite a few strikes in our other match on lanes 5 and 6. Carol Teal, Lucy Sandlin. currently a few frames ahead. Sandlin just stepped up in the 8th. There's Paula Vidal looking to extend her lead.
Yep, 22 can push it to 32 here. She strikes in the 7th.
Looks like someone chimed in about Paula's wearing on her fingers, steel fingers. And they
There you go.
certainly worked right there. Takes the lead to 32.
Good shot. So another one pushes the lead to 42.
And we've seen that 7-pin and 10-pin for the lefties on mixtures stand up quite a bit today, so a big 3-bagger early on in this 3-game match. There's a nice shot by Fulmer. And she gets a 7-pin out. Big double. Set up the 10th frame.
Now Paula looking to keep the string going here. 9th frame. Looks good. Fires it in there, and Paula looks like she might be hurting a little bit. Looks like she might be in a little pain.
A little bit. I thought.
Not sure what's going on there.
Thought I heard a little something as she released the ball at the line.
Well, hopefully she's all right. She is piping it pretty good. But Paula's in great shape. She works out all the time, spends a lot of time in the gym, so she's definitely in good shape. We know that. But you never know what's going to happen sometimes when you're bowling. Let's see if she can keep the string going here. Oh, the 7. She got about moved it about an inch, but it never went down.
She's still got 238 up there.
And Fuller can only shoot 217. Teal had 228. Lucy Sandelin can shoot 268. Lucy just got the first one in the 10th. And to answer the question in the chat, there are 2 matches going on right now, and they are to determine the final 2 spots in the step ladder. So the winners of these 2 matches that are going on now, they will be seeded 3rd and 4th based on match play average.
If there was ever a time for a 4-6-7, it's on the fill ball. 2:35 in the books for Vidal. She will lead after game 1. Looks like Lucy finished out her 268.
Yeah, had 9 spare in the first, 8 spare in the fifth, and all strikes beyond that. A couple of big shots coming up here for Fulmer.
Looks pretty good.
Oof. A little high on her, leaves the 4-7 end. So now she's going to be down by at least 40 pins going into game 2.
That's the deficit Carol Teal finds herself at. Despite a nice 228 game. 268 out of the gates for the Hall of Famer Lucy Sandlin.
Yeah, if Lucy makes the finals, 3 of the 4 will be Hall of Famers. No surprise there. I don't know how many Hall of Famers we had in the field this week. Do you, off the top of your head?
I have a piece of paper that
Actually
holds the
shows
field.
that. There you go. I think there's at least 6 or 7, I would think.
Let's see, we had Fran Deacon.
Okay, there's
and
1.
Anne-Marie Dugan.
2.
Tish Johnson.
3.
Dana Miller-Mackey.
4.
Lucy Sandlin.
5.
And that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, I thought maybe we had 6.
We had a USBC board member, Marcy Williams.
That's right, we did.
We had several past champions.
You never know. Maybe one day we'll have a future Hall of Famer on there. You never know.
Certainly possible.
It's always possible for somebody to get elected into the Hall of Fame if they get nominated and have the stats to back it up.
Is that like you and I getting into the live streaming Hall of Fame?
That's right. We're the pioneers of the live stream Hall of Fame. Ooh, Paula gassed that one. She's hobbling along a little bit.
This is her 10th game of the day.
Got a lot of bowling this week. Probably more than most of them are used to anymore.
You can imagine 10 minutes of practice before every...
Yeah, it's another half a game, basically. Or more.
Before every round. And 15 games of qualifying, the practice session beforehand. Paula also competed in the Triple Crown Shootout.
Yeah, she's back here stretching. Looks like. Gotta fight through the pain. Win this match, only for the bowlers who win these matches, only have to win 3 more games tomorrow to win the title. So not too much bowling left after this round for these for the players that win. Fulmer with the spare in the first, down by 40. After the first game. Oh no, a split for Fulmer. And it's not positive development for her. She leaves the 410.
Those the last few shots for her. Have looked good off her hand, but it just made a sharp left right at the end there. take the one and see if Paula can add on to her lead.
Two, 4, 5. Paula in the second.
She's all over it. Extends the lead to 50. Lucy Sandlin sparing 3 strikes to start game 2. Taking advantage of that. Almost a second chance, I would say, in that last match against Karen Barkle. With a big comeback, down 28 through the last 6 strikes after a ball change to move on to this round. Paula mixes them up. Looked like Fulmer might have moved in a little bit, was a little more direct, a little more speed. Does not get the 7 to fall down.
The 2-4-5 has been a popular leave today, hasn't it?
Certainly have seen quite a few.
Or that, somewhere close to that combination at least. We see a lot of 2-4-5s, a lot of them falling late. Just come up a little light on this pattern.
Carol Teal and Lucy Sandlin exchanging strikes back and forth over on 5 and 6.
Yeah, a lot of strikes going down there.
And she covers. Here's Vedad.
She's not really doing a whole lot with the ball, is she? Just kind of keeping it real simple.
Very direct, a lot of speed. keeping the ball in play.
Seems to work.
She pushes her lead to nearly 70. Another common sight along with 245, the Mixer 7.
Lucy just missed a 4-pin.
She built a pretty big lead in game 1. Actually, both matches were at 40 pins, but with Carol Teal striking. Actually, she really couldn't even, if they both struck out, she'd only gain 3 pins. Lucy's striking that much. There's Fulmer in the 5th. Needs to start striking.
Another 7-pin. 7 pins and 245. Story of the day.
Unless you're Anne-Marie, then it's 9 pins.
Yeah, or 7-10s.
Tish Johnson and Anne-Marie already in the stepladder finals. These 2 matches determine the final 2 seeds. To move on to tomorrow's competition starting at 6:30 Eastern, right here on Bull TV. Fulmer converts. Teal unable to take advantage of the open frame by Sandlin. Leaves a washout in the 8th and does not convert. Well, it's not a 7-pin, but the 4-pin stands this time for Fulmer.
And she's in a lot of trouble here down. Let's see, what is she down? Down another 24 this game, so down 64 total. The halfway point of the match. It's pretty tough. It's possible to overcome that, but Fulmer has not really shown any signs of being able to strike here. No strikes this game for Fulmer. And if you're going to come back from a 64-pin deficit, you better start striking.
Seems as Paula's a little looser now. And work out the kink which seemed to be ailing her there for a few shots.
She can actually grow the lead here if she can strike again, push it into 70-plus territory.
And the 10 falls late.
So it's a 74-pin lead for Paula Vidal now as Fulmer steps up in the 7th. Looks pretty good off her hand, but 8-10. That's tough. Tough ball reaction right now for Fulmer. Lucy and Carol are finishing up game 2. Lucy going to shoot 225. Carol can strike out for 234. So Lucy will have at least a little bit of a lead going into the last game. She's up 40 coming into game 2. So
That ended up being a really big washout in the 8th frame for Teal, especially being unable to convert.
yeah, Teal had that washout front open in the 8th.
She could have had 270.
Yeah, she could have really taken the lead if she had struck there.
223 and 810 for Sandlin. There's a strike for Fulmer. About time the pins cooperated with her. That was not what Teal was looking for. A chance to make up a little bit of ground. The 4-6 on her first shot in the 10th.
Yeah, you can see that on the off the distance there. You can see the rack. So watch Paula try to extend the lead even further, and does not get the 8 to go. It's almost a 7-8. Carol almost slid that over and made it. But that's really hard to make by sliding it over. But she shoots 202, so Lucy Sandelin leads 491 to 430. It looks like. So a 61 pin lead for Lucy going into game 3. And right now, Paula Vidal is up 86 in this match, so not too much drama. Going to be a great show, though, with Tish Johnson, the number 1 seed, Anne-Marie Dugan, the number 2 seed. And
So we
looking like Paula Vidal and Lucy Sandelin going in the first match tomorrow.
So that could be 2 of the past, or the last 2 Senior Queens champions. The 2007 champion
Yeah.
and Lucy. And 3 Hall of Famers.
I tell you, if Paula keeps winning senior women's titles, she could have a legit resume for the Hall of Fame one day. But I think she'd have to win quite a few more to kind of get that designation. But it's possible.
Certainly is.
We've seen bowlers who have been very successful in the Senior Queens make it into the Hall of Fame already. So,
Most
but you have to
recently,
be very, it has to be very, very impressive. Can't just win 1 or 2 titles. You got to get 3. You know, a couple of
Sandy-
senior titles. So Sandy Postma,
Sandy Postma, great example.
Shirley Levins. So, but they also had some other accomplishments outside of senior bowling. So
Sandy won the, I believe, 1995
Regular
Queens,
Queens,
so she was the first to capture both. Anne Marie also has a Queens and a Senior Queens title. I believe those are the only 2. Then the great storyline with our number 1 seed, Tish Johnson.
yep.
Just won just about everything except the Queens title, looking for her first tiara.
It's kind of like Pete Weber, never won the Masters. He finally won the Senior Masters this summer. So, and Pete said, I don't care if it's a regular Masters, a Senior Masters, as long as it says Masters and I have the trophy, I'm happy. So I imagine Tish will feel the same way about the Senior Queens.
Fulmer finishes with 178 here in game number 2.
I just had a tweet come in from Tim Cerami. I hope I said that right. He says, nice coverage of the Senior Queens. Been watching throughout the day. Great to see it in 720p. So thanks for watching, Tim, and for the tweet. Much appreciated, and we are glad that you are enjoying it.
So, Lucas, if I was here watching this great live action on Bowl TV, and I wanted to see it in HD, what would I do?
Well, first off, Aaron, you'd have to get a better computer. Just kidding. Let's see if we can get the arrow to fly in again for those who haven't quite learned it yet. We're still kind of training you guys on how to do it. Here it comes. There's the arrow flying in. That's beautiful, isn't it? Fancy graphics here at Bowl TV. So right below that arrow, you can see the gear, and you can adjust the quality of the stream that you're watching. So if you want to adjust it to high definition, you can select that, pick your quality, 720p HD, and watch it in full high definition. And you can click the little button to the right of that, which looks like 4 little brackets, and go full screen, and looks beautiful in full screen, I have to say, with the high definition. Very crystal clear picture. Looks fantastic, and hope you guys enjoy it. It's have to say, a vast improvement over the quality we've had in the past. And also being able to put the scoreboards at the top of the screen is very nice as well. So, always working hard to try to come up with new innovations for us here at Bowl TV to make it better and an even more enjoyable experience. Because Aaron and I are both bowling fans. We watch bowling live streaming all the time, even when we're not working. And
Very true.
So we both know how important it is to be able to have a crystal clear picture and to be able to see the score on the screen. And 2 problems that we always had that I think that we have now fixed. Can't promise you that every time we live stream it'll be in HD, because it depends on the connection that we have, but we'll try to do it as frequently as possible. So it's 459 to 373. Paul Vidal leads after game 2, so that's a pretty hefty lead. It's 86 pins?
86 sounds good to me.
Yep, 86 pin lead for Paula after 2 games.
Carrie has just not been here for Fulmer. Just made a nice run through the elimination bracket after losing her opening match of the day to Vedad. It's going to need a whole lot of help. A lot of strikes here in game 3. She wants to continue her run. Our other match, Lucy Sandlin has extended her lead. Started with the front 3. It nearly forked. 10 pins wobbling all over there, but did not fall. Paul has actually made a ball change here.
Yeah, a little flat down on that one, but she might be out there fishing to see what, you know. She's got to have to bowl another match tomorrow, a couple of matches tomorrow, presumably, so.
She covers the spare. Lead still at 86.
Tish Johnson in the building, coming in to watch the finale. Less than a game to go here in our final round of the night, or the afternoon, I should say. Once again, thank you to Storm Bowling Products for sponsoring this year's Senior Queens. You can find more information at stormbowling.com. Lots of great equipment on the market right now for Storm, and I would encourage you to try some of them out.
Paula went back to the ball she had been using predominantly for the first 2 games there. Able to mix them up. And ton of matches. An open frame for Fulmer in the third. Once again, these are 3-game matches. In game number 3, Paula Vidad leading 459 to 373 after 2. Here she steps up in the third. Able to mix them up once again for a double here in game 3. And a 3-bagger for Vidad.
Well, Aaron is just walking over to confirm that they're going to call out all 4 of our semifinalists out to the approach when they're done here. That we get a picture of them.
Sounds like a great
get
idea,
a look
Lucas.
at them. And just like they do at a PBA PBA tournament, they always call them out to the foul line. So be able to get a look at all 4 of them before we wrap up here tonight.
So I get to work on my photo skills one more time today.
Your photo skills are excellent. It'll make for a nice Facebook picture for the USBC Facebook page.
Excellent.
Help to promote the broadcast tomorrow afternoon. Actually, kind of in the evening, I guess. You settle in and fix your dinner when you get home and watch live streaming here on Bowl TV. I haven't tried it with the new HD streaming yet, but I imagine if you hook that up to your HD TV, that could be pretty sweet.
Could only imagine. Suppose I'll have to upgrade from my 19-inch
Tube TV?
Yes.
Yeah, it might be time there, buddy. Should be a great show tomorrow night. 6:30 Eastern Time is when we have the stepladder finals, and it's going to be Tish Johnson as the number 1 seed, Anne-Marie Dugan, number 2 seed. And don't know yet who it's going to be, but it's going to be in terms of seeding, but it looks like it's going to be Paula Vidad and Lucy Sandlin rounding out the show. So it should be a great show.
Does go off match play average.
Correct.
It looks pretty close overall, just glancing at each of their scores throughout the day.
Yeah, I think Eric Pearson has got that kind of all figured out already down there, just waiting to punch in the final numbers. But Aaron's going to see if he can tally some stuff up.
Or at least coming into this final match here, see what they were at.
Have they bowled the same number of matches? Guess we'd have to figure
I
that
think
out.
Lucy actually bowled an extra match. She lost a round before Paula did. They both
Okay.
lost to Tish.
Gotcha.
Except Lucy caught her in the second round, Paula in the third, so she had to bowl one extra match.
So you can't just look at pinfall, you've got to actually look at average.
So more math.
That's right. Lucy Sandlin just threw another strike, 4 in a row. She is going to be on the show. And Lucy's putting up a big set here. She's going to be well over 700. If she strikes out, she'll shoot 268, and that would put her at 759 for this set.
There we go. That would probably be enough to get her there. She had her lowest of the day was 653 up to this point. Paul actually had a 653 and a 635, so I'm going to guess coming into this round that Lucy was ahead on average.
Seems like it.
And it appears
based
by
on that.
quite a bit. About 5 pins, 224 to 219 by my.
By the Aaron Smith fuzzy math over there.
Exactly.
Well, with Lucy shooting potentially 750 in this round, and Paula's bowling well, but she's going to be probably at about 670 or so, 680. So it seems like Lucy will probably get the number 3 seed, unofficially, of course, but we'll find out. Then we'll announce it. It's not a huge deal. I mean, they got to bowl each other anyways. It's just choice of lane,
Choice of starting lane.
or choice of whether you finish or not first. So
Lucy and Paul are pretty good friends, so I'm sure they'll.
you know, if I had to predict at the beginning of the week the 4 finalists for the show, this would not have been a bad prediction. These 4, I probably thought that Dana Miller-Mackey might get in there, but she lost kind of early in match play. But I thought that she would have had a good chance to get in. But I don't think there's any surprises here with these final 4. It's 4 real quality players, and should make for a very, very good show. I mean, you can't really ask for much more than that for the finals.
There's certainly a reason why we always see these names up at the top.
That's right.
We actually had 3 of these 4 make the final at the 2013 Senior U.S. Women's Open. I don't believe Anne-Marie bowled that event. Otherwise, she might have been right there, too. But both Paula, Lucy, and Tish all in the final 4 of the Senior U.S. Women's Open in Columbus, Ohio. Carol Teal finishes up with a 225 for a 655 series.
It's not a bad set, but Lucy just ran her over. 655 and lose by almost 100. That's tough.
Well, I think Lucy found another gear at the end of that last round, and she's going to be tough to beat no matter who she drew.
Well, Lucy just struck again. She's got a big smile on her face. I don't blame her. It's going to be a nice evening for our 4 semifinalists. They're going to kick back, relax, and get ready for tomorrow evening's show.
Actually having a little dinner tonight, I believe.
That's right. Yeah, there is a dinner for the participants tonight at 5 o'clock. So that's about 12 minutes from now, so they'll have a little social time with their fellow competitors. Lucy kicked out the 10 for another strike and
When it's going your way, it's going your way.
hamming it up for the crowd a little bit down there.
So you're saying she's just showing off now?
So Lucy in the 260s, strike for 268 would be 759 if my math is right.
She just kind of looked over here at Paula.
She's like, you're next. She
Get
didn't
ready
say
for
that, but
tomorrow.
Yep. Should be great. All right, 7:58 for Lucy Sandelin. Certainly one of the highest match play scores in Senior Queens history. Not the highest. We've already had a couple scores higher than that. With Anne-Marie shooting at 8:02 and Christy Witcher shot 771 first round today, and 7:58 for Lucy Sandelin. So, tell you what, if you don't think these senior women can play, think again. Those are some big scores. I don't care who you are; those are big scores.
And those are the only. There were a few more. Tish had a 769 earlier today,
There you
along
go,
with
see?
two 738s.
Yeah, scores just huge for some of these players.
Karen Barkle had a 751, a few rounds back. So very true.
And they're going to fast track here to the end. And I don't blame them because it's out of the wood now. So all that's left is to announce the final four for the show.
So unofficially, it looks like, well, most of it's official. Just a 3 and 4, but unofficially, USBC Hall of Famer Tish Johnson, the #1 seed, followed by defending champion Anne-Marie Dugan, 2007 Senior Queens champion Lucy Sandlin, and 2011 Senior Queens champion Paula Vidad. Really can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, that's a great show. And we hope that you will join us tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, for the stepladder finals. Scott Willis asking when the regular Queens tournament is, and that's scheduled for the end of June and into the first week of July in Reno, Nevada. Actually, a beautiful time of the year in Reno. That time of year,
It's always a beautiful time in Reno.
I agree.
Lucas.
Yeah, I like Reno.
Big fan. I'll be spending most of my year over there.
Yep, you'll be heading out to the Women's Championships and
And the
early
Open.
part of next year in the Open Championships. And if you want to get signed up for the Open or the Women's Championships, you can go to bowl.com/tournaments. Find which one you'd like to bowl in and sign up for it. I know Aaron and I are both signed up to bowl, and as we usually do. So, final shot. And it is
The
a 245. How appropriate. We saw that so many times
Unbelievable.
today.
Who would have thought that? So 221 to 181 in the finale. Vidad finishes with 688. Fulmer, a 554.
It's a big set for Paula. So our finalists are going to be #1 seed, Tish Johnson. #2 seed is going to be Anne-Marie Dugan. #3, I believe, will be Lucy Sandelin. #4, Paula Vidad. We'll find out for sure here in a moment. Eric Pearson is tabulating everything, and we will be able to have the introduction of the 4 players here in just a moment. So stand by.
Nice job, Pijola.
Thank you, Tishala. Thank you. Oh, no, I didn't put the muscle yesterday. Yeah. So the knee pad and then Will Johnson worked it out. Phil Frico gave me an exercise to in between.
All right, when that wraps up
It really would have helped.
all of our match play bracket.
Thank you.
What did you do?
And coming out victorious were Lucy Sandelin and Paula Vidal, so that fills out our top four. Our fourth contestant in the stepladder in tomorrow night's webcast at 5:30 right here at the ITRC. By virtue of match play average, Paula Vidal will be our fourth seed for tomorrow's show. 2011 champion here at the Senior Queens. Seeded third, averaging 229 during match play, is 2007 champion and Hall of Famer Lucy Sandelin. Seated second on the show, Hall of Famer and our defending champion here at the USBC Senior Queens, Anne-Marie Duggan. And leading the way undefeated in the step ladder final, top seed Hall of Famer Tish Johnson. We will have practice tomorrow at 5 o'clock on the TV pair. 9 and 10 will be our pair for live streaming, with matches beginning at 5:30 p.m. Hope to see all of you here. Great big thank you to all of you. How about a round of applause for everybody here at the ITRC for helping run this event this week and hosting us. Thank you guys.